how do you know if you are healing emotionally in your relationship, if things are really better? Like, is this better here? And I say you need to watch out for one thing in particular, and you need to have another thing in particular, and that is you need to watch out for acting like a victim. If in any way that you are blaming the other person or anybody else in your life for where you are and who you are, you're not healed. You have not done the work you need to do, because when you do the work and you're really healing, you realize that you are responsible for your feelings, nobody else. I know, it's very nice when people treat us well and act the way they should, but it's your job to allow or not allow people to act a certain way around you. That's 100% on you. So stop blaming, stop acting like a victim. That's a good sign. And the thing that you're going to see that's really going to show up is curiosity. When you are in a more healed place and really have made that, I call it kind of the karmic shift, when you've really shifted into this other place from maybe the therapy you've done, or, listening to my Relationships Made Easy podcast, or whatever you've done, because you're curious. You stop feeling so right about things. Well, I know this. I know what he's thinking. She should have done this. You get very black and white. You're very in your head. I know they're talking about me. I know, like you're reading everyone's mind. The world. You're predicting the future. This is going to suck. Everything's going to be terrible. What I said last week in the meeting is going to mean I'll never get a promotion. Do you see all that? Like, very rigid, very clear. You are always right. Instead, you get curious, like, I wonder, instead of saying to yourself, why did you say that last week in that meeting? What is wrong with you? You're saying things like, why did you say that thing last week in the meeting? What's going on? Like, what's happening here? You start to be curious with your partner. You're asking questions, or your mom or whoever, instead of making statements to them like, I don't like how you did that. And instead you're asking questions like, because you're wondering, I wonder why my mom is acting this way. I wonder, like, what is driving this behavior in our relationship? And you start having different conversations with them. You start asking questions. Hey, I'm curious about blah, 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 what were you thinking? The other day we had that argument. How did you feel when we came out of that? What were you thinking when we were going in? How do you feel now? Is there anything we should talk about now? Is there anything you want to say to me? Is there anything that you would like me to say to you? Right? We start asking questions, and that's how you really know, because you're not so afraid anymore. You're not so defended. You're actually looking to grow and have joy.